Welcome to the Best Celebrity channel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content from us. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Celeb Fame Time. Here are friends 10 times Monica and Chandler could have gotten divorced. Number 10, Chandler stars smoking again. Chandler has an issue with smoking throughout Friends, having an on-off relationship with the addiction. There are times when he smokes a lot, but he then has a long period of time without it. However, when he and Monica are attempting to have a baby, Chandler ends up smoking again, and this is something Monica's very against. However, the fact Chandler tries to hide his smoking only makes the entire situation even worse, adding lying into the scenario.
Well, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
What happened to you can't live without me 4 days a week?
Well, if
Number 9, poor post-wedding decisions. Getting divorced directly after married wouldn't be terrible, but it could have easily happened due to the disaster that takes place straight after Monica and Chandler's big day. Chandler makes the mistake of not getting the wedding cameras, and then to make matters worse, he and Roz gatecrash a different wedding and pretend to retake all the pictures. Meanwhile, back at the apartment, Monica makes the decision to open up all their wedding gifts without her new husband, and Chandler returns with all the pictures, only to learn Monica found the actual cameras. The two of them both make a mess of the situation, which isn't a great way to start the wedding. Number 8, Monica's secret closet. Everyone knows Monica likes everything to be clean and perfect in her apartment, but even Monica needs a place to dump everything, and that's the apartment closet that's closed for the entire show. However, Chandler pushes her to open it to find out what's in it, and there's a total lack of trust in the scenario from both characters, which is why it's not an ideal sign for their relationship.
I saw this movie once where there was a door and nobody knew what was behind it. And when they finally...
Number 7, Monica's cleaner. When Monica and Chandler make the decision to get a cleaner to help around the apartment, it's something that's supposed to make life easier. However, it ends up highlighting Monica at her absolute clean freak worst. She decides in her head that the cleaner has taken her clothes and is wearing them in front of her. Rather than letting it go, Monica gets right up in front of her, stares at her, and checking everything. It's very strange and is certainly a red flag moment for Chandler.
Thank God you didn't try to fan out the magazines.
Number 6, issues with Chandler's boss. Chandler can't choose who his boss is, but at the end of the day, Doug pays his wages and he has to be friendly with him. When Monica is introduced to him, it's clear she's not a fan, and that's because he's actually not a nice person. But rather than playing along and helping her husband impress him, Monica makes life difficult for Chandler. It's something that could have cost him his job if Doug had been a little more switched on.
All right, buddy, way to go.
Number 5, Phoebe introduces a new man. During a time when Chandler's pointing out his lack of belief in soulmates, Phoebe ends up bringing a new man into the group who so happens to love food. In particular, he likes Monica's food, which leads to the two of them having a great connection. And it's a moment that leaves Chandler shocked and worried, especially when Monica tells Phoebe she loves him. Obviously, Monica meant as a person and not that she was in love with him, but it's a testing moment in their relationship that could have gone sour.
Funny. It's really funny. I wouldn't want to be there.
Number 4, Chandler almost runs off before the wedding. While the issue takes place before Chandler and Monica's infamous wedding, it's something that could have caused them to have a problem afterward. Before the wedding, Chandler becomes very nervous about making the commitment, which leads him to almost running off and not going through with it. This could have easily made Monica panic after they were married, learning that on the biggest day of their lives, Chandler was almost unable to commit to them being together.
Chandler just left, though?
Yeah, but maybe it's not what we think. Maybe it's...
Number 3, flirting with celebrities. Everyone can be in awe when they meet a celebrity, and that's acceptable, but Monica arguably takes things to another level when she encounters someone at Joey's parties. While some viewers may find this innocent flirting, Monica gets an actor to sign her bra, and while she doesn't act on anything or cheat, it's just a signature on a piece of clothing at the end of the day. But it's something Chandler could have easily hated.
And we go to sleep, and all guys from the other end of the world.
Number 2, Monica's expensive boots. Every now and then, people like to splurge and buy expensive items, and for Monica, it's a pair of boots. Chandler's fairly against the whole situation and makes that very clear. The boots end up being too uncomfortable for her to wear, which leads to her forgetting them, and it's clear they're not on the same wavelength here, and that's a big problem between them.
Able to afford food?
I'm sorry, they just look so...
Number 1, the job in Tesla. The biggest strain that comes to the relationship is without a doubt his job in Tulsa. The fact that they end up being in a long-distance marriage is something neither of them copes very well with, and it's a time when a divorce is most likely. Not only does it actually affect Monica back in the apartment, but it almost pushes Chandler to actually cheat on his wife. And while he doesn't end up doing so, Monica and Chandler remain soulmates. It's a sign of how easily it could have happened, which many fans saw as not a good sign for the relationship.
Out me 4 days a week.
Well, if you really think about it, I mean,
But this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.